afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for July 26, 2021, 3 p.m. Eastern, Monday. Meditating on truth, simplicity, and love. These three qualities bring us closer to the divine being that we are. So it's relaxing into this truth of this moment and feel the simplicity of it and open your being to the love that's behind it all. The journey goes even deeper inside. If you were looking at trying to focus, for instance, you focus, like I say, a camera, and you're trying to focus. It's blurry. You can make out the images, but you're not quite sure until you get it super clear and sharp. That's kind of like us. We have an idea, kind of who and what we are, but we can't see it. We aren't sure. So we keep focusing that lens so that it comes completely into focus and basically snaps into place. And that's what we're doing, is to discovering who and what we are as the gods we are in these bodies, and moving from the outside to the inside. And if we can realize who we are, it means we know where we are coming from and where we are going. St. Teresa of Avila. In every breathing moment of this life, every single breath, we are attracting something to us. So we don't know. A lot of times we don't even have a clue what it is. We're not consciously aware. Whether we are magnetizing what we want or what we don't want, it all depends on how conscious we are in this very moment, the very now. The consciousness inside us is ultimately determined by how relaxed we are and what we choose to fill our minds with. So you kind of ask yourself, what types of thoughts do I invite into my mind, typically on a normal day of this life? When we choose to summon thoughts that bring us into a deeper state of peace, love, trust, and a feeling of oneness with life around us, we'll instantly sense our consciousness expanding. The best part is that when consciousness expands, we realize what a powerful, moving energy into form, creating in it to reality, manifestors, that we all truly are. When we start playing in the world like we are one. Now, what many people won't tell you is that your experience of this moment of your life is the most important thing for you to put your attention upon. Your experience of this moment of your life is the most important thing for you to put your attention upon. Tomorrow, yesterday, are never as important as today. This very moment, to some, it doesn't seem like much. Not a big deal. So we're in the moment. Yet it's an accumulation of the sum total of all the thoughts, feelings, and experiences we've had throughout our lives and lifetimes. It's all happening now. all the words that our mothers and fathers and siblings and friends and teachers and coworkers and bosses and everyone we've met have said to us throughout our lives are occurring inside our deeper subconscious mind like data stored on a computer chip. And what we do with this information determines the level of energy we are vibrating at now, and the positive and negative experiences we will manifest into our futures. By using our hearts as our compasses, we can see more clearly in which direction to go to stop self-defeating behavior. Whether you believe the idea or reject it, we are still going to remain a super powerful manifesting magnet. What this means is that our bodies and minds are naturally designed to attract, magnetize, and materialize things, people, and experiences to it. Our bodies cannot stop attracting our mind's desires and thoughts to it. Whatever our hearts are longing for is what the universe hears as our energetic blueprint and is speedily sending it our way. Now, if we have a plethora of negative, undeserving thoughts which contradict the desires our heart yearns for, it will inhibit us from attracting the positive outcomes that we're looking for. It really all comes down to how conscious we can be of what we put into our minds. Are we allowing our minds to play in the mountain peaks or the toilet bowl? What is the most positive thought that you can think of and feel in your life today? Most people on this planet don't realize just how powerful they truly are. They feel that this life is out of their control and they have no ability to create the dreams they desire. When we open ourselves up to the belief that we are always going to be manifesting machines, everything changes. We begin to realize just how powerful we all really are and start taking more and more responsibility for what we're thinking and feeling. We are less likely to allow ourselves to get upset about something trivial that we could just relax about and keep our minds in a state of acceptance and appreciation. This is less desire from our egos to be right about things and more of a yearning to be at peace, relaxed with what is. Here is the simple but powerful rule. Always give people more than they expect to get. Always give people more than they expect to get. Nelson Boswell. The truth about manifesting is fairly simple. It isn't complicated. You don't have to study it for years. Our thoughts create our lives. And whatever we are physically going to experience in our futures is what we intuitively feel deep down is going to happen. Now, what our minds tend to worry and obsess about doesn't matter as much as what we feel or expect the future will be like. It's our deepest feeling about something that acts like a special request for the universe. Just take a moment to notice what you believe deep down that the next month of your life is going to look and feel like. Now, our minds may be plagued with doubts and fears, yet when we take some time to get very still and quiet, we will feel what we really believe is going to happen. Getting quiet is the only way to look inside ourselves and find all the answers we are seeking in this life. The answers are there if we just take the time to look. One of the most important things to practice feeling on a daily basis is knowing that you always have the power to create any reality you want. When we know something, there is a deep relaxation in the body as the mind is freed from all doubt and disbelief. True knowing comes from a place of surrender in the body, not from a righteous head trip that's hooked on data and facts. The sense of knowing is a feeling, a very calming feeling in the body that soothes our souls. So sit with this knowing feeling for the next few days, just practicing what the sensation is like in your body. Feel into those things you know are true, that everyone on this planet would agree with. The power of this knowing feeling will build up over time, and this is a powerful practice to do, especially before going to sleep. Who knows? You just might be pleasantly surprised by the morning that you know your life's mission and just how truly magical and mystical you really are. Be surprised at nothing. Let peace and stillness flood through you and envelop you completely in its cloak. Put on the whole armor of love, and yet feel very deeply. Let tears flow, washing away impurities until you feel clean within the clean within and clean without. Become like an empty vessel ready to be filled with life's nectar. Eileen Caddy. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted. And I'm sure that we all are. And the first thing that we care to do is relax our bodies completely, head to toe, inside now. I think we've all, at one time or another, have completely relaxed our bodies. Not like we really know it. We just feel it. And sometimes it's just unconsciously that we do it. We can all do it. And by doing that, for each of us, it may be a little different how we visualize it. That removing and letting go all of the weight, all of the heaviness, all of the fear, all of the anxiety, stress, anger, hurriedness. I mean, we're faced with so many programmed thoughts, second to second. But it's imperative that we relax these bodies that we're in. And it is just surrendering all the things Sometimes if we turn our backs on, we hope they go away. You know, well, I'm not going to deal with that right now. And it's there, and it stays there. See, every time you turn around, there it is. So instead of walking away, you turn around, walk right up to it, give a big hug, say, I love you, but I don't need you. Boom, gone. See, a lot of times for the body to relax, and it's not like we all know this implicitly, but we've got so many attachments. We're like this big, huge magnet, and it just literally draws everything to us. And your thoughts are the generators that we, the magnet, attracts. So, you know, you can be in the negative field frequency, drawing negativity, anxiousness, anger, whatever, and all of it is just coming to you. It's just everywhere. It's hitting and attracting. You're like just a massively, omnipotently powerful magnet. And your thoughts are the direction. So whatever you're thinking, consciously, unconsciously, you're making. Literally, you're creating. Every split second. Can you imagine that all of us do that 24/7, even when we're asleep? We are literally, massively, omnipotently powerful with our thoughts and our magnet power, attracting whatever it is that we think. All the time. Wouldn't it be nice that we get to the understanding with ourselves, that we take responsibility for our thoughts? We're not talking about micromanagement here. We're talking about what is it, and what am I going to think about and direct, say, and knowing it through the heart-mind, and directing it through the heart-mind to the ego-mind, say. Not the ego-mind to the heart-mind. And that's where you start getting that funny feeling. That's the ego-mind dictating to the heart-mind. You're going to be afraid. You're going to be fearful. You're going to fail. You're going to mess up. This isn't going to work. Better be careful. You might get hurt. See, all that is coming from the ego mind. Ego mind is very insecure. So it's the same with our bodies. If we continually draw stress, anxiety, fear, worry about, some of us, little teeny things get us going. Little teeny things. In fact, sometimes we don't even know that they're little teeny things. They just happen. You could be, you could be just going about your day and you stub your toe or you drop something that breaks or whatever, and it just you go into this downward spiral. You're just going, blow it off. It's not even worth the attention. So the body relaxes when you learn how to let it go and surrender it. Some of us harbor so much anger about ourselves that we splash it and question and doubt everything that anybody would share with us. And it's always in a downward spiral. And the only damage it does is the damage to ourselves. Whenever you come across someone like that, it isn't about you. It's all about them and the conflict within them. Just like your body, it's going to absorb everything under the sun. Negative, positive, stress, fear, anxiety. So you can reverse it. Just let it go. This serves me no greater good, therefore I have no use for it. I then release it. And it is gone. Now, and then the body starts to float. Remember, the body's not thinking. We've been there before, all of us, where you're not thinking, you're not contemplating, you're not even moving. You're staring, but yet you're staring at nothing. You're in this zone of you're moving into the God that you are. The complete silence. No noise, no nothing. Just being. Absolute bliss. Imagine being able to do that all the time. At any time you wished. Walking around. Sitting somewhere. You just go into the zone. Now remember, when we stop worrying about what others think about us, we will truly be free. So as our bodies relax, and you feel the relaxation, light, easy, unobtrusive, you can feel yourselves just floating away. Body becomes almost like a feather. At that point, we're in the now. And the now is all we have. We really don't have a past. How can you have something that's dead? You really can't. It's inert. It's an elephant graveyard. It's just nothing's moving. It's dank, and it's completely void of anything. Now, we all have memories. The memories are great. They're stored in the subconscious mind. So we dip in there sometimes because we remember things and we bring them up to ourselves and to others. And it's fun. Kind of nostalgic, old song or something. But we don't, you ever notice we don't stay there? We just keep moving forward. And now, but some of us stay in the past. And I don't think consciously, I think it's just a habit, a security, a safety. And we stay there so long that we end up dragging that past dead into a future that doesn't exist, creating that future from that past, and we live in that past and that future. Now, people do this, and they always find themselves saying, why do we keep ending up in the same place, no matter what we do? Others of us will wander off into the future. Now, dreaming and wondering is great. How you would like your future to be, which then allows you to create it through the heart-mind. But wandering and asking yourself, when is this going to happen? When is that going to happen? When am I going to meet this person? When am I going to do this? And when am I going to have the opportunity to do that? And when am I going to be able to be here and be there? When is this going to? And see, that's where our expectations and attachments to things we suffer. And it's real tricky, because not to have attachments and expectations. We have attachments, but we know that, okay, so if we don't acquire this, it isn't a big deal. It won't. Will it affect me? Will I be disappointed? It's really exciting, but yet, if it were not to come in to my life, it would not be a disappointment. You see what I mean? We all attach these wonderful, lovely things in the physical world, don't we? Could be anything. Could be a tree, a bush, material, vehicles, houses, anything, clothes. And we get excited, oh, yeah, it's great. But we know that a lot of us will become upset and disappointed it doesn't manifest the way we'd like it to. So it's imperative that we don't have attachments or expectations. It's a maneuvering at first, but you then start to learn. It feels good, because you know how heavy you get when you have attachments and expectations. More and more, it feels like you're carrying a house on your shoulders, and then you start lightening when you just say, "This is great, yeah." Well, wouldn't you like to have that? Oh, it would be wonderful. Well, what would happen if you didn't get it? Nothing. I'd just be thankful that I had the emotion and the feeling of acquiring it. And just because I didn't doesn't upset me. The universe might have something more important for me or more spectacular. So I go with the flow. Literally, you go with the flow. And in the now, moment to moment, space between heartbeats, that's it. That's our existence. It's our natural state of being. And in the now, we create the future. Now, we still the ego mind and the subconscious mind. They're not dictating to us. They are not controlling us when we do this. We're outside of them. We are outside looking in. We are not inside looking out. So when we're outside looking in, we can see them. We feel them. Ego, mind, subconscious mind. But they're not enemies. They're just out of control. And we haven't learned how to manage them to our benefit. Not to theirs. They're great servants, but they're horrible masters. And I think we all know that inherently once we face it. But the interesting thing is how do we stay in the now? Because we have all these tens of millions of programmed thoughts, of which most of them aren't even ours. You see, we instigate thoughts for ourselves because we say through the heart mind, well, this is interesting, and I would like to find out more about it. So you send that energy, you start moving energy into form, bring it into reality, and then you experience, you learn, and you find out. I would really like to have this, and you're very detailed and specific, one thing, and then you let it go, and the universe takes it from there. You don't interrupt, don't interfere, don't revisit, and just let it go. And you'd be surprised what happens. Sometimes you have to take a little bit of action to let the universe know, is this okay for you? Is this exactly what you're looking for and want? And yeah. So to stay in the now, we use our divine positive energy, which is our breath. And the reason it's divine and positive is because of the fact that soul enters these bodies, powers the body, everything comes online. We start breathing. The breath sustains this body that houses the soul. It also focuses us, relaxes us, strengthens us, eases us. So it's very omnipotently powerful. Most of us take it for granted. But that's where all the magic is, in the breath. So every single time that we put our arms on a cloud that carries us off like clouds in the sky of these thoughts that aren't ours, we can be focused on something in the now, and then we start floating off into these thoughts. So when that happens, always being gentle, kind, and generous and humble with yourself, you say, okay, I will focus on my divine positive energy, my breath, and I will be in the now. 3,000% of the time you're going to be in the now. Absolutely. It's a good practice. Now, we understand that these bodies that we're in are not us. The names that these bodies carry are not us. The character and personality are not us. It is the body, not the God. So it's quite interesting. Once you understand that, then your perspective greatly goes into a major shift. You look at the body, it's relaxed. There's no noise or chatter. It's not thinking. It's not contemplating or anything. And you can see the ego mind and the subconscious mind, and you can watch them, not judge them, and learn how to manage them. Now you see there's 7 wheels of light in these bodies that we're in. I mean, really deep, vibrant colors, nothing like here on Earth. They're etheric, they're spiritual plane. They're conduits. Sometimes they're called chakras. And we, the God within the body, flow through these chakras. So does our divine positive energy, our breath. Which means is that we, the God, but it's just really, really funny because we, as gods, because we flow through these bodies, every micro particle, every quart we flow through. Every blood vessel, every organ, every emotion we flow through. So you can see how we have been, incessantly pushed upon to be separate from that, so we don't know that. Then of course we would never know how powerful we are and to take responsibility for that power. So we flow through the chakras. And to know that, and to utilize that understanding, is you look at right at the tailbone of the body, and you see this red wheel of light. So it's called the root chakra, and it deals with our survival. Now, if you took us and you put us in a wilderness somewhere, didn't mean we had wilderness skills, but we would all rely on each other to survive. We'd work together as one. But those who would panic through fear, in most cases, would perish. And so our survival, money, food, shelter, water, clothing, is blocked by fear. And we all know fear is an illusion. Then we move to the orange wheel of light, which is the sacral chakra. And it deals with our pleasure, joy, bliss, happiness, fun, just floating along, enjoying life. And we've all done that more than once. But we feel it comes over us through the ego mind that, this isn't going to last forever. You better enjoy it while you can, because eventually it will end. You know what that is? That's guilt. Feeling guilty that you're enjoying life. Isn't that amazing? Feeling guilty that you're enjoying this life. And guilt's an illusion. And then we move to the solar plexus chakra, which deals with our willpower. And it's blocked by shame. Then the emerald green wheel of light, which is our ability to love, which is the heart chakra. If you're in grief, you're not going to be capable of love. And grief blocks our love. And we move to the blue wheel of light, the throat chakra. This deals with our truth, and it is blocked by our lies. And then the indigo wheel of light, the third eye chakra, deals with insight, and then our insight is blocked by illusion. Then we move to the crown chakra. This is our direct connection to the divine, which is you. And it's blocked by ego, attachment. You could add expectation, ego, attachment, expectations. So we understand what blocks the God flow through these bodies. And we can unblock it. So we actually are sitting on top of the head, if you want a visual. We as all gods, and omnipotently powerful. And we can really do anything we choose. So, we are love, we are God, we are one. And we compress and condense ourselves into pure liquid energy, and we release over the pineal gland. Pineal gland is very important to us. We're in these physical forms. And when it's super healthy, fully functioning, not obstructed in any way, it connects us to all the particles of existence and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. Now, none of us have that yet. Well, we will. But to know it, to know this. And so, we as gods literally flood the pineal gland. Now, you can see it in your Heart, Minds, Motion picture, however you deem it appears to you. I see it as a green ball, rosebud. Now, when I pour myself as the God that I am over it, it immediately transforms into this massive, fully bloomed rose with wonderful fragrance. With multicolored petals. And it emanates a shimmering feel. And it's not like moisture. It just flows. It just absorbs into you. From head to toe, every particle of your existence. And you're filled with this massively deep, eternal love, joy, and peace. Almost unfathomable. And not just temporarily, but always. And then I discover that the rose is the God that I am, reflecting to me to remind me that I am, and of pure, deep, eternal love. So the rose is the God that I am, and the God that I am is the rose. We also know that our souls are heaven in these bodies, and the bodies are the earth, so heaven on earth. We also know that consciously aware that every step we take, we are creating paradise. Those who are asleep, the parts of us that are asleep, will not know this. We also have learned to shine our light, the God force, love, light, energy that we truly are within these bodies, outward 360 degrees, nonstop, 24/7. This is the highest of the highest high, deepest of the deepest, purest of the purest, eternal love. And we're flooding this planet, all of us, as we traverse the planet. And people say, well, how do you know how to do that? Intend it with the deepest love from the center of your heart mind. And send it out. You will know this. You'll feel it. And after a while, it's just automatic. So if we were to, which you'd be able to, is just, leave the planet and be outside the atmosphere. And you look at it, and it is just absolutely brilliant white light planet. That's all you see. It's brighter than 1 billion trillion suns. It can be seen in all existence and beyond consciousness. And imagine the absolute impact of that. 8 billion gods, soon to become consciously aware of who and what they are, and take the responsibility of who and what they are. Absolutely magnificent. You really want to know where we're going? Ask your heart mind. and then the God that you are. You'll get the answer. Now, we have parts of ourselves. All of us, parts of each other. It doesn't appear that way, but it is that way. The illusion is the separation. So some of the parts of us are asleep. Some of them aren't going to wake up for a while. Others just now clearing and waking up. And then others awake to a certain extent. So we reach out to parts of ourselves that are consciously aware. It doesn't mean we're separate from those that are not. It's just that they're asleep. They don't hear us. Just like all of the light energy beings and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever, including all those on and above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now, yet, any and all, only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming this circle of light and complete liberation of this planet. Now, they come in the Gugaplexes. One Gugaplex fills this entire universe with not even an inch of sacred space to spare. They come in trillions of Gugaplexes from trillions of universes. And the ones on this planet that we're somewhat familiar with, the fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trees, the trolls, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, the minotaur, and many, many, many more. And they are all with us now in this meditation consciously. We call upon all the off-worlders, the galactics and the celestials. Yet only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light and the complete liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now. Ones that we're familiar with somewhat are the Pleiadians, the Sirians, the Arcturians, the Andromedans, the feline, the Zeta Reticuli, Nords, Greys, Draco, Reptilian, Golden Pyramid, Avian, many, many, many more. Over 1,000 travel through this solar system every day. Trillions throughout the universes every single day. Now, they've been assisting us in our evolution, enlightenment, ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. And they are all with us now consciously. We call upon all the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, Agartha, beneath earth, yet only those that are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming a circle of light, complete liberation of this planet. And they come in the billions, and they are with us now consciously. We call upon all of our loved ones, all those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited, yet only those that are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light, complete liberation of this planet. And in the billions, they are with us now consciously. The archangels, cherubim, seraphim archetypes, ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Christ, El Moria, Abundantia, Pel, Thoth, Yahweh, Yeshua, many, many, many more. And yet, both the archangels, cherubim, seraphim archetypes, ascended masters, only those that are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, form this circle of light, complete liberation of this planet. The archangels, their civilization vibrate at a different frequency than we do. That's why we don't see them like we see each other. But we do meet them, and we do interact with them, and we walk past them. And whenever we do, it's not like at the time, it's usually just after. We have this like a blissful feeling, and we know that was an angel. They have the same message, but it's delivered in so many different ways. And it really, simply put, isn't it just magna, glorious, phenomenal, fantastic, stupendous, spectacular to be alive in these bodies? And that is bliss. They can surround any one of us in the tens of thousands, any time. Just ask. Because of their vibrational frequency, they carry a large number in a large number in a small area. Ascended masters have mastered ascension into physical form, out of physical form, hold pure consciousness, God form. We have ascended into physical form to master physical form, creating our experiences to perfect our creation. And we're all gathered arm in arm, hand in hand, in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity and humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, prosperity, abundance. And we're all one. And we're all God. And we're all love. And our God force, love, light, energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. We immediately form a circle of light around the equator of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now. This light emanates from the God force, love, light, energy deep within these bodies. It is so brilliant, so bright. It would take 1 billion trillion suns to compare to the brilliance of it. And it literally grays out the darkness of sacred space. This is the highest of the highest high, purest of the purest, purest, deepest of the deepest, deepest eternal love of which we are. And it's flooding this planet. In it, above it, below it. Saturating all life, the highest supreme value in the universes. Increasing vibrational frequencies off the charts. Awakening many out of their slumber. 24/7. Never ends. We begin to ascend above this planet, we're immediately met with a massive ocean of glitter. It's everywhere. And we see these just flashes of multicolored lights everywhere. They're uncountable, there's so many. And so we focus on the actual reflective points, and we see that they're microscopic, perfectly etched little mirrors, and we go in them. As we go in, we discover that we all are teachers and students of each other and ourselves. always have been. No matter who enters your life, no matter whose life you enter, no matter what you're exposed to, or they are, we are either the students of each other or the teachers of each other and ourselves. We're met with a emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is a column of light that we created. It reminds us all that we are the power of healing. We are then met with the purple flaming blue violet light of Archangel Michael. This is a column of light that we created that reminds us all of our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. Then we're met with the white fire. This is a column of light that we've all created to remind ourselves that we are imbued from head to toe with a white fire armor. This is way beyond the armor of a knight or body armor of any kind. Way beyond this. It emanates from the God force, love, light, energy deep within us, in these bodies. And nothing can harm us 24/7. No attachments, no demon possessions, no lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies, nothing at all. But only you have the power that if you decide to lower your vibrational frequency low enough, whether consciously or unconsciously, through hatred, greed, anger, envy, manipulation, deceit, stress, anxiety, fear, you will lower your vibrational frequency low enough, you will create a breach in your white fire armor, just enough to allow all the lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies to come flooding in. Now, if you do decide to do this, we're all met with the two columns of light. The first one is the purple transmuting flame. We created this one to remind us that we can bring in the purple transmuting flame. We can transmute all of these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutral light substance, sending them to pure consciousness where they are no more. We then have the violet ray. This is a column of light that we created to remind ourselves that we can bring in the violet ray right behind the purple transmuting flame. We can cleanse and purify the area where these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies were, sealing the breach in our white fire armor, restoring our vibrational harmony and frequencies to the highest of the highest high. Of the deepest, 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 purest, purest, purest eternal love. We are then met with the golden white pink light. This is a column of light that reminds us all that we created, that we are the sun, the sunlight, the rain and the rainbows. We are the skies and the clouds. We are the oceans, the rivers, the lakes, the streams. We are the sunsets and the sunrises. We are the trees and the forests, the soils. We are everything, and everything is us. So the next time you see a sunset, or a sunrise, or an ocean front, or a mountain view, you're the beauty. You're the majesty. You're the spectacularness. You. Everything is you, and you are everything. We continue to ascend above this planet. Some of us step outside our physical form and hover effortlessly above it, if we're carrying physical form. And we do this because we can. We come into full contact with this massive crystalline light tower. It's larger than this solar system. We created it. Center of the column is this massive oblong sphere. Center of the sphere, the golden white ball of light, surrounded by numerous rings of light, multicolored. And we're all sending out this mist energy, this frequency that literally is absorbed into all of us. And the golden white ball of light is the highest of the deepest, purest eternal love. And then comes deep eternal gratitude, deep eternal peace, gentleness, kindness, generosity, and humbleness. Bliss, joy, tranquility, benevolence, well-being, great wealth, great prosperity, great abundance. And then we discover all of this is a reflection of the gods that we are. At the top of this crystal light tower, we designed it so the golden ocean can come cascading down 360 degrees, as it's doing right now, as it does 24/7, always. And this is pure, deep, eternal love. It's really what everything is made of and from and by. Flooding this entire planet inside and out, head to toe. All of our brothers and sisters, whether they're awake or asleep, all life, the highest supreme value in the universe. It's absolutely spectacular. Feel it in your heart minds. See it in your heart minds motion picture. Now, we're drops of the golden ocean. We also hold the essence of the golden ocean. Golden ocean that drops of the golden ocean. And the only illusion is separation. We see our meditative sphere. It's set center circle. We all created this sphere 3.5 years ago. It holds almost 1,500 of our meditations in perpetual vibrational frequency of the highest high intense. Almost 1,500. Over 1 billion of us on and off world gathered in this meditation. It's flooding us. It cannot not. It is us. It is all of us gathered here. All from the gods that we are. You can feel the vibrational frequency, the harmony, the love. Always give people more than they can expect to get. I'll join you in the meditation and return to close us out. Take an easy breath in through the nose. And an easy breath out through the mouth. Move easily and slowly. That which withholds is not love. The ego withholds. Love gives deeply, eternally. Ego always has a motive, a purpose. Love is motiveless, without a purpose. Love is its own reward. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night, and into the following morning. And we will return here July 27th, Tuesday, 2021, 3 p.m. Eastern, to continue our global guided meditation call.